What's up, folks? Justin Phillip here from Dog Times Productions, and just want to do a little update on my BlackMagic Pocket 4K cinema rig. We'll get into this if you're interested and kind of dissect what's going on here, especially if you're new to the channel. It might be cool for you to check it out. But first, I do want to give a shout out to my main man, Rick Vestudo. I hope I'm saying that right, Rick. He made me these Dog Times Productions t-shirts. He made me 7 t-shirts, which was really cool, man. I mean, look at this. We got Dog Times Productions shirts. Look at this. Dog Times Productions. These are nice vinyl stickers, too. I'm like, wow, man, that was really nice of you, Rick. So yeah, you guys should check him out. He has a YouTube channel as well. He does gear reviews. He's big into Nikons from what I've noticed lately. Rick Vestudo, I'm gonna put his link down in the description below. You guys should check him out. He actually owns a graphic shop out there in Michigan. What up, Michigan? So yeah, I'm gonna put tags to his shops down there in the description below as well, and yeah, you guys check them out, especially if you're in Michigan. You know, show Rick some love, man. That was really cool and really nice of you, Rick, so I appreciate that, brother. All right, so let's get into this monster beast. This is a little insane. I know it's very Frankenstein-y, looks a little nuts, but I'd update you guys on what's going down, what's new with my BMPCC 4K rig. Right out the gate, you'll see there is a lot of weird stuff going on here. If you're interested in this cart, I've already done a video on that, and I'll put a link to it down in the description. I can do like a QVC video of this. All right, Justin. You see my ADD, I gotta hone it in. Let's do this. Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna kind of break this down for you guys. If any of you are interested, this is not usually how I would rock it, but this is set up for one-man band, and it's pretty nuts. But before I show you guys this, I do want to shoot another update on the GlideCam Devin Graham series. Look at this picture. Look at this. I just took that shot. Look how I balanced that. The friggin' Atomos power station is up top. It's got 2 Sony MPF 750s up there. I mean, that rig is heavy. Look at that thing. It's even got the rail block. I didn't want to take the rail block off, so I left the rail block on. And you'll notice I got the Shinobi down on the bottom. That way, you know, it's more professional and I can look down there at my feet. Here's the thing. You're probably wondering why I did not put the power station on the bottom. There's a couple reasons for that. One is that I always rock my GH5 rig for this too with the reality show that I shoot for. So I didn't want to add and start messing with the weights too much. Because I don't really use the power station with the GH5. So I was like, I don't really want to mess with the weights, but also the cord from my dummy battery wasn't quite long enough to reach because I do have this thing extended all the way. So that's why the power station is up top there. But I was just like, wow, this is insane that I was able to balance it. That rig was super heavy. I mean, it's got the Sigma 18 to 35 on there. And here's some test footage of I think it's a pretty decent tracking shot with this GlideCam Devin Graham with that setup you just saw. Okay, so I want to show you guys a real quick trick about these GlideCams. Now, I used to like walk sideways like this when I had to do tracking stuff. That's the no-no. That's not how you do it. You gotta point the camera. You always want to be walking in the direction that that you're walking. Like just because you're tracking, you would think intuitively you would think, oh yeah, I gotta walk sideways. Nah, that's gonna do this with your GlideCam. You gotta keep the camera pointed and hold it. And just walk this way. That's how I did that shot. You would never get that rig on a Zhiyun 2 or a Tilta or nothing like that. That rig's insane looking. Now, I don't even know how much it weighs. It's probably, it may even be over the max weight capacity of the GlideCam. The GlideCam only holds supposedly 12 pounds, but I don't know. It looks pretty heavy. It was heavy. I mean, I even still had the top handle with the Sennheiser G2 receiver on there. It was pretty intense rig, so... And the reason why we have it set up like that, it's a one-man band, and we're just doing a little passion project. Okay, so let's jump into this right quick. So there is a lot going on here. Right out the gate, you'll notice that I have the Dinkum shade on here. I love the Dinkum shades. This right here is a wooden camera zip box. You'll notice I don't even use the metal ring. I find it annoying. And if you guys are into square filters, you can totally get industry standard 4x 5.65 filter to put in here. So these things are pretty cool. Again, all of this stuff, if you're interested in anything I talk about on these videos, go down in the description below and click on where it says check out my entire filmmaking kit here, and there's a link to JP on Film filmmaking kit bag and all that gear, all this gear, everything, even stuff even this wall. I put it all on there for you guys. People are always interested in the gear and the stuff I have, so check it out, man. So yeah, that's the zip box. I don't really use square NDs because I can't afford them, the good ones, but I do like this for fighting unwanted flares, and that was the whole point of the dinkum shade here too. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of just dissect this now for you guys. So there's the dinkum shade. It's really cool because it's like a little scorpion. Now I will say, this thing can be annoying sometimes. If you wrench too hard on this, you can pop it apart. It's kind of sometimes a pain in my ass, but man, it's great for just really fighting unwanted flares, you know? Because there's a difference between good flares and bad flares, you know? And it's nice because you can just cold shoe this, and it just works conveniently with my SMALLRIG top handle right here. All right, I'm just gonna slowly break this down. Now, yeah, it is pretty crazy. I had this Sennheiser G2 on there, but again, this was a very one-man band. This is an XLR microphone, and you'll notice down here, I took full advantage of that mini XLR port. I've done a full video on how good the mini XLR preamps are on the BlackMagic Pocket 4K, because there's been a lot of crap talking on the internet. And I made a video which kind of proves that wrong, but you gotta have this cool little Condor breakout cable. And this is the one crazy like jury rig thing I did. I'm big into bongo ties, and I bongo tie a lot of stuff. I'm kind of ghetto, guys, and if you follow my channel, you know that. If you're new here, yeah, I'm a little bit of a Doc Brown, you know. So yeah, that's the Sennheiser G2, and you notice how I had that on with that cold shoe right here, this SMALLRIG top handle. This is a NATO top handle made by SMALLRIG. Very cool. It's got the cold shoe. It's got two cold shoes there and a cold shoe in the back, and it's the one with the built-in Allen key. Bada boom, bada bing. What is next? My ghetto ass Samsung T5 SSD. Yeah, that's weird. I've been using the Samsung T5, haven't had any problems with it. I already did a video about the little baby cable that I have, so if you're wondering about where I got the little baby cable, just check out my backlog. I did a video just like my first impressions of this Samsung T5 versus the G-Tech SSD, and so yeah, you can check that out. But yeah, you'll notice I didn't really want to, I don't care about spending $40 on a clamp to hold this thing when a BOGO tie does it just fine. And yeah, so got the little Samsung T5, but I've also been using the Freetails. If you just want to do BlackMagic Raw Q5, you can just get one of these. The Freetail Evoke Pro. The key to this is that they have to be V60s. Like I just had a comment from someone who said, man, I had to return this SanDisk Extreme Pro 300 megabyte card. It said 300 megabytes, 128 gigs. The problem is it may say 300 megabytes, however, it's still a V30 card. Guys, you have to be getting a V60 or a V90. It's a V60, it'll never drop below 60 megabytes per second. And a V90, same thing, will never drop below 90. Okay, it's guaranteed. That's why they have these V ratings. So that may be 300 megabytes, but that's going full blast. But it will drop down all the way down to 30 megabytes a second. It will never go below that, but it will go that low. So that is why if you're using, especially if you're doing like Q0, it's gonna die. Even at Q5, a V30 card is going to drop out. You need at least a V60 to do Q5. But check in my kit bag. These cards are super cheap. This is 128 gigabytes for like $74. And I haven't had any problems doing Q5 on it. If you guys know my short film early 2000s, I've done BTS videos on those. And I shot all of day 2 on that little Freetail card. Okay, so over here on the other side, this is what I've been rocking lately. You guys know I did a video about this with the GlideCam. This is the Tilta Max Nucleus Nano, and you'll see how I have it rigged right here, right there on the side right here. And it just kind of works really nice right there. I have it attached with 15mm rod attachment, and then I have a little baby 15mm rod sticking out of the bottom of this small rig. Maybe it'll be better first if I take this, take my Shinobi off of here. So here you'll see how I attach the Shinobi with a locking NATO thing. Bada boom, bada bing, there's my Shinobi. You'll notice you can tilt it because I have it on this small rig NATO holder, okay? And then the next thing is this little guy. This right here is a little baby NATO rail that I put on top of this. Now this comes all the way off too. I did a video about that. This is a NATO here on the side of my wooden handle. And you can just drop this down here and then lock that in. And I put a little baby rail on there because that is for the Shinobi. See this? Lock that in, quick and easy access. And the reason why I have all this stuff to be quickly built, not only is it nice just to like put together things quickly when you show up to a job, but it's just cool to be able to swap, you know, when I have to go to my GlideCam and everything else. Now let me show you what I did with this. So you pull this off. Here you'll see this is the thing that came with Tilta. That's the thing that holds the wheel, right? You just push it in here, and then that locks, right? That locks up right there. And then you'll notice on the bottom of this thing, I put this little baby rail coming out at the bottom, and I just have it screwed into the bottom there. And I just put that down in there, and there's that. And this also rotates still too. You can still move this. So there's that. That's how I do that. But for now, I just take that off of there. Pretty much let that live on my shoulder rig. So we're almost done here. Just want to keep showing you guys this. This, of course, yep, that's the Tilta. And if you're wondering how I power this, it's pretty simple. With the Atomos power station. That's this guy right here. This is the Atomos power station. And you'll see how I have him connected on the back. I can unplug the BlackMagic is powered by that. And the Tilta Nano is powered by that. And this is just simply attached right there. And here is my power station. And you'll see when you want to go to GlideCam, this just pops off super easily. And there's that. It's just another little rail attachment, okay? So when you saw it on the GlideCam, there was more rails. See this one here, push that back, and then I had another rail on the other side, and that's how you attach that. There's not a whole lot left to this, except the, you know, you guys know this is the Sigma 18 to 35. Now you're like, oh my God, it's just sitting there. But no, you gotta look in here close, and you'll see I have the Metabones support from SMALLRIG. And I've done a review on this already. That's one of the main reasons I got the SMALLRIG half cage, was specifically for that SMALLRIG Metabones support. I think I'll take off the lens so you can better see the SMALLRIG support. So right here is the SMALLRIG support. Let me cover up all my lenses real quick. That little piece right under there is the little Metabones support. Right? So what you're looking at is this thing right here. And there's a little Allen key and these two bolts attached to the SMALLRIG cage. And yeah, solid Metabones. I highly, highly encourage you guys to pick up one of those, especially if you're rocking heavy, heavy lenses. And this is, of course, just the SMALLRIG half cage. I already done a video on that as well. And these bad boys, I mean, it may seem like I didn't really go into too much on this, but if you guys may or may not be used to my channel, you should already know about me being a fan of these airy rosettes. These are completely rotatable any way you want to go. You know, I love these things. These are really, really cool. That one twists down, same with this one. But I've already shown this plenty enough on other videos. It's just easier for me to grab this thing right in the middle. Okay, and camera's rolling.
Right.
Okay. All right. Cool. So let's go from you.
Grabbing them?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know how this is all going to tie in together. Was that with the right hand you grabbed them with?
Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
I put my towel in. All right.
Okay. Cool. And action.
Shit. My name's Bobby B. Smoother than silk and fresher than thee. Shit.
All right, folks, so there you are. Just wanted to show you the latest updates that I'm rocking with the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K and on shoulder rig and with the GlideCam Devin Graham series. I love looking at people's rigs, so that's the whole reason why I make these videos. I get tips and tricks from other people here and there. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a lot of videos lately where I was already doing what they were doing, but it's all good. It's all good. If you watch my channel and you know I've been pumping it for a while, then you already know. I ain't gotta tell you. All right, so for now, that's a wrap. It's hot. That Kino light is like, oh, pow, hot. That's why they're like, get LEDs, man, get LEDs. Well, as soon as Aputure, forgives me for calling them out on that one video, I'm sure they'll send me something. What? You guys, you should hit the subscribe button and the like button and the dislike button and the bell, because then I can just ding-a-ling-ling, here comes that sleigh bell ring-a-ling, jing-jing, jing-a-ling with you. It's perfect weather for a BMPCC 4K ride together with you. That's my new, that's my next endeavor. I'm gonna audition for the canceled season of Glee.